Hello and welcome back to our renovation project in central Portugal. And while others around here have been busy with their olive harvests, we've been cutting more of our massively overgrown trees to a more manageable size in the hope of our very own first harvest next year. We already cut back quite a few back in the spring, but there's still a lot to tackle, and because of their enormous size, each one takes quite some time to complete. Want to admire the fruits of my labours this morning. Decided to try and make this path through down to the bottom of the land a bit less death trappy. We've had a previous narrow bit that we could walk across, but wasn't terribly wide, so bothers me every time anybody comes to visit, so I'd better get stuck in with it really. So back to the old enchilada. The end of another busy day. We were invited to our neighbours to celebrate the São Martinho festival with traditional chestnuts roasted in pine needles, accompanied by jarrapiga. This is a local fortified wine. It's made from grape must and aguardente, the Portuguese distilled spirit that's a bit like grappa. We've tried various homemade versions, and this one packed a particular kick.
That was the tree that got cut yesterday, and we got the previous one was cut before over there, and we can see now we've got a lot of quite chunky olive branches strewn around the place. There's more to come, of course, but the job for this morning is to get stuck in and cut some of this down. Might even get to chipping some of it.
we'll take a moment now for the comedy segment as I struggle with the jumbo bag that I'm trying to keep the chippings stored in. Anybody that saw us a couple of weeks ago will have seen how I really made a bit of a mess of it in front of the chipper, and I still haven't got the hang of it. But with a bit of persistence, I managed to get all the bits in the right place and the chips safely in the bag.
The end of a good afternoon's cutting and chipping, and whilst there's still a lot of stuff here, the big pile that was in the middle is all gone. Still a long way to go, but that's not a bad chunk taken out of it for one day.
We're taking some time out from the Quinta today to visit a friend in Figueira da Foz on the Atlantic coast.
Marcos Beach.
Coffee's done now.
Oh well, such a shame.
Time for lunch. Yeah, still nice.
We've got a couple of really clear days ahead of us, so without the rain, next job is to get rid of this as the temporary structure and start to rebuild it in its final form. So the agenda for today is to bring this down. It's not very many fixings involved, so I only put a single screw into each of the rafters, and the coverings, the membrane and the tarpaulin, they're just stapled down, so that will rip off quite quickly. And then bring all the rafters off. This beam is only screwed into the wall there and there, over there. So hopefully not too big a job to get the structure as it is down. Then we've got to start to rebuild it. So we've got two of the main support posts already in place. I've got to get the other two of these things put in place, one down there, one over there. Get the next post cut to size so that the roof line will run parallel with the roof of the utility room, so it should look right side by side. So those ones are going to be cut to the length for that. I've got to do some calculations on the angles and the pitch and the heights and so on. Once that's done, that might take us a while, but anyway, then it's just rebuild the beam, get it all straight up, off and running. Lovely. Yeah, it works out quite well because I could only reach so far in, and so therefore just tugging away and pulling away at the staples, and it comes away quite easily, so that's a very rapid job. So here's a lesson learned from the last time when we were putting the panels up and the ladder arrangement to the top of the wall was a bit flaky. If you put the solar panels far enough apart, you get a step up in between them, which gives me much better access to what's up top. Okay, that's now not supported, or not screwed down, sorry. So, you slide it. So that's as far as I can reach. Whoa, 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 whoa. Safe. Here we go. Right, pushing it down towards you.
Okay.
And hold it there, that's good. Bring it out a little bit.
There you go. We're done.
Job done. Good. That's two out. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, stay there for a second. Alrighty. So what I'm going to do is, if I take these 2 screws out, can you just sort of support this end and I'll take the other 2 screws out?
Yeah.
And we can carry it away somehow.
You got any here somewhere, yeah.
One way or the other. So that should just come away out from there. So it's held on those, at the moment the weight is held on those.
Yeah, no worries with
plugs.
that.
So
You do the other end.
I'll do the other end.
It's sort of hanging off the screws a bit.
Yeah. Ah, got it. Got it. Got it, got it.
Yeah, I've got the weight at this end.
You got it?
Yeah, when this comes up. Yeah, I've got it there.
So now,
Should I come out over the other side of the pigsty?
yeah.
Here? And then it can support itself in the middle there.
Yeah, that's support itself in the middle there. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Cool.
Are you going to take the sledgy to the top bits of the Tijolo?
Yeah, I think I am.
Get it done now rather
I'll do it now while it's out of the
while
way.
it's out
Yeah.
of the way. It's easy to get at, isn't it? Which way are you going to do them? Inwards or outwards? Because you've got the
Good question. Because I
need to move the solar panels out of the way while you do the out. If you do out, probably easier to do outwards. And if we just move the solar panel, if I lift a solar panel up while you do bash bash bash,
yeah,
then I can lean it back again for you.
yeah, that's probably a good bet. Yeah.
If you can kind of climb up and.
Before I get too deep into the build of the structure, I thought it probably better to take this row of blocks off first. Had a go at it with the cold chisel and the lump hammer, didn't really do anything. So I think it's best bet have a go at it with the angle, the disc cutter. I found the mortar line, I found the line between the blocks. That does go relatively flat, so I'm going to cut into the blockwork on there and see then if I can knock it out. And it should give us a lot better visibility on the other side. So let's see how it goes. So that's actually a beautifully flat top surface. So we get to golden hour, late in the afternoon. And one of the beautiful things about this site is the orientation. We're sort of on a southeast, facing from the house down to the garden, which means as the sun sets, it runs around behind us a little bit, and it means that it shines onto the trees and onto the garden. So when we're sat in the house, we can look out and we can see the light on the trees. It's really brilliant, and didn't expect how good an effect this was going to have with bringing that level down. So Jane's suggestion, taking it a little further off to the right, and it means we've just got this fantastic panoramic view now. Got the well over there, the valley down there, the stream over there, and at this time of night you can just see the sun catches on the trees on the on the right hand side of the trees as we look at them from here. It's just brilliant, love it. Really, really pleased how that's turned out. And I do like things that are lining up and parallel, and whilst I'm trying not to get the sun flaring onto the lens, but lovely to see that wall and that beam now just parallel, and to me that's a very satisfying thing to see.
And on that little win, we went back to the apartment we're renting from our friends to enjoy another Portuguese sunset and look again at the jobs list for tomorrow. And we'll say goodbye there and hope to see you again next week when we finally get back to building things instead of just knocking them down.